All right, on to some other stories now. And Thailand's Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha visited Saudi Arabia on Tuesday. Now, interestingly, this was the first high-level meeting between the two nations in almost about 30 years. Now, remember, Riyadh, interestingly, had downgraded its relations with Bangkok after a theft that had been dubbed as a Blue Diamond affair that had triggered a massive feud between the two countries. The Thai Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha outlined the beginning of a new journey for diplomatic ties between Bangkok and Riyadh. In an interview to Al Arabiya, the Thai Prime Minister made it abundantly clear that the two nations were in fact ready to make a fresh start.
เพราะฉะนั้นผมเองนั้นก็เชื่อมั่นว่าจะมีการแลกเปลี่ยนเยี่ยมเยือนกันมากขึ้นให้สมกับ30 กว่าปีนะที่เราไม่ได้มีโอกาสมาเยี่ยมเยือนกันนะครับผมคิดว่าคนไทยทั้งคนไทยและคนซาอุก็อยากจะเดินทางไปซึ่งกันและกันโดยเฉพาะการท่องเที่ยวนะเมื่อกี้เราให้ความสัมพันธ์มากที่สุดเลยเรื่องการท่องเที่ยวเพราะมันจะเป็นการเพิ่มความสัมพันธ์ที่ดีให้ใกล้ชิดกันนะครับแล้วก็เป็นการเชื่อมโยงภูมิภาคทั้งสองภูมิภาคเข้าด้วยกัน
Now, soon after Prayut Chan-o-cha's visit, Saudi Arabia also ordered for the restoration of full diplomatic ties with Thailand. The kingdom has announced that the countries had agreed to trade. Now, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman buried the hatchet with Thailand simply to boost the nation's economic and security and political ties. A statement was also put out on the official Saudi press agency after talks at the Royal Palace. It said that the countries will explore joint investments in fields ranging from energy and petrochemicals to tourism and hospitality. Meanwhile, the Saudi Arabian Airlines has also said that it will start direct flights from Riyadh to Bangkok from the month of May. Not to forget, tourism happens to be a key element of Vision 2030. The Saudi Arabia's economic reform plan that is meant to wean the kingdom away from oil. These gestures will hopefully close the chapter on almost about 3 decades of mistrust and hostility between Thailand and Saudi Arabia. The story goes back to 1989. Kriang Krai, a Thai janitor working in the palace of a Saudi prince, reportedly stole jewels worth almost about $20 million. The Thai police later returned some of the jewels, but Saudi officials claimed that most of them were fake. Moreover, the whereabouts of a rare 50-carat blue diamond still remains unknown. This was said to be the most precious of gems. The feud also remains unresolved. Saudi Arabia has long accused senior Thai police officers of snapping up the stolen gems. The Blue Diamond affair remains one of Thailand's biggest unsolved mysteries. It was followed by a bloody trail of destruction, one which implicated Thailand's top police generals. A year after the theft, 3 Saudi diplomats in Thailand were also killed. This in 3 separate assassinations in a single night. And to investigate, Riyadh sent a Saudi businessman, Mohammed Al-Rawali. But the man disappeared in Bangkok a month later. In 2014, due to a lack of evidence, a case was dropped against 5 Thai men. This included a senior Thai policeman accused of involvement in Al-Rawali's murder. Now, understandably, Saudi Arabia has not sent an ambassador to Thailand for decades. Saudi has also restricted travel between the two nations. The spat has cost billions of dollars in two-way trade and tourism revenues. Not to forget the loss of jobs to tens of thousands of Thai migrant workers, which is why Thailand too has been very eager to normalize ties with the oil-rich kingdom. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.